Good morning, everybody. We're going to continue our series of the miracles of Jesus. And turn with me to Luke chapter 24, 13 through 35. It's the well-known story of the walk to Emmaus with Jesus and two of his followers. Their names are not recorded. So I'm going to paraphrase a great deal of it to get to our main point here. Jesus on a walk to a town called Emmaus. The men are basically updating Jesus on what just happened the last couple of days in Jerusalem. Meaning that they're explaining the death of their famous teacher and preacher and wise Messiah type person figure. We know him, it's Jesus, but Jesus purposely withheld his identity with these men, and they didn't recognize him in order for them to continue to walk in conversation in some kind of secrecy. And so the men pretty much summed up the way they felt about what had just happened in verse 21. When they say, "We had hoped he was the Messiah who had come to rescue Israel." It's kind of interesting. I think that's very, very normal for them to feel that Jesus didn't live up to their expectations, that he failed to complete his mission on earth from what they perceived as the purpose of Christ. And we all know that there was a lot different purpose. It had to do with the spiritual side and the forgiveness of sins. But for them, they pretty much lost their hope. They said, it failed. So I want you to look down deep in yourself and ask your soul, did you ever lose hope with Christ? Have you lost hope in him recently? Do you feel like your relationship failed or your expectations of Jesus were not met? I think it's normal if you say yes to that. I don't think it would be wrong for you to admit it. I think Jesus already knows how you feel, so it wouldn't hurt to say, "Hey Jesus, I really feel like you let me down today." But that's probably not a good feeling for us to have, because to know Jesus is perfect, so it means that there's something that we need that we don't have with Jesus. Our relationship is a little bit stressed or estranged. So how do we deal with that? I mean, what do we do with it? Do we just let it go? Well, in verse 31, Jesus reveals himself, and he says, "Suddenly their eyes were opened, and they recognized him, and he disappeared." I think that's the key, is that when we look at Jesus, we have our perception of him already drawn up in our mind, and when he doesn't meet that standard or that expectation, we see it as, we lost our hope in him, we have to turn somewhere else. So what I've been doing lately is that I've been asking Jesus for a new touch from his love. I want to feel his love in a new way, a new passion for our relationship, and it's been working. I've been seeing Jesus in the way he wants me to view him, not the way that I view him in my own limit thinking and demanding nature. So this week, and the rest of this, the time we spend in meditation with the Lord or prayer with the Lord, ask him, if you feel like you're just stressed with his relationship, you lost your hope and faith in him, and maybe just kind of a momentary type feeling, ask him for his love, a new portion of his love and mercy in your life, and see how that changes your opinion of him. And maybe your eyes will be open. You can really see the Jesus that loves you deeply, that values you, and that died for you and rose again. So this was a great story. Read the whole thing, Luke chapter 24, 13 through 35. Get a good new perspective of the walk to Emmaus and how it resonates in your life. Until tomorrow, I hope you all have a great evening, lunch, dinner, breakfast, you name it. God bless you. See you tomorrow.